Welcome to Growing the Seed, the podcast where we document the steps we take to build the Sowing Seed podcast, the business, and the brand. We'll share what works, and we'll share the challenges. Now, here's your host, a man who knows a thing or two about, a thing or two, Matt Miller.
Many of you are listening to this show each week, 3 or 4 times a week, on your Amazon Echo as a Echo or Alexa brief. And I want to take a minute just to talk a little bit about that because while many of you just have a desire to be a listener, some of you out there would like to put together your own brief for yourself. Well, the guy to help you do that is my good friend Jeff Smith at alexaguy.com. Jeff was the one set me up with my with my brief back the 11th of December of 2017. And since then has done over 75, I believe, very rapidly approaching 100 briefs for some of the top people in the podcast industry and many, many others. So if you're interested in learning how and learning what to do, Jeff is the guy to get with. Now, a couple things you want to think about in deciding whether this is something you have interest in pursuing. Number one, your content really needs to be 1 to 3 minutes tops. Many podcasts don't really fit what the briefings on Amazon for the Echo really are meant for. They're really meant to be more of a radio or news station that you have the ability to program by enabling the different briefs that you want to listen to each day and customizing essentially a playlist of those briefs. So as you get up in the morning or as you take time during the day to get caught up, all you have to do is tell your Echo to play your briefs, and all of those that you have programmed in utilizing your app are then played in succession. Because of that fact, and because many of the briefs are Fox News, CNN News, the Wall Street Journal, Minute, those types of things, you want to keep them short, sweet, and to the point, because that is what most people are listening for. So you want to keep it short. Now, the other thing is you want to have your content available as frequently as possible. For some people, that may be a problem. But in my case, we started out with the show being available 3 days a week and have upped it in most cases to 4. There's many out there, though, that are set up to go 7 days a week. That is a major undertaking for most, though with Jeff's help, you can definitely simplify the process, especially if you are only doing a brief. Because with the brief, it's as simple as having the Boss Jock app, which I've talked about in previous episodes, recording directly into that app on your phone, uploading that audio file to a service like Libsyn, Libsyn.com, and then from there, having Libsyn set up by Jeff to feed your brief RSS feed each and every day that you publish. Very, very, very streamlined process. Much more streamlined than I use here because I've got an intro and an outro, audio, music, etc. And because I use this content for both my brief and for my podcast on iTunes and Spotify and iHeartRadio, Stitcher and SoundCloud and others, there's more that goes into it for a podcast than there is with a brief because there's an image, there's show notes, there's tags, there's all those kind of things that really are necessary to have a successful podcast that people are able to find over time and search for. With a brief, though, there's none of that. It's just your audio. And if you do have an image for each episode, the image shows up for those that have an Echo Show, which actually has a screen that you can watch, as well as the smart speaker functionality of all the other Echoes. So anyway, check out the Alexa Guy or alexaguy.com if you want to find out more. Nothing but a great opportunity, especially today, and I hope that you decide to take the plunge and join us in the world of Echo Briefs. God bless you.
Thanks for listening. Check out our website, sowingseed.net, the Sowing Seed channel on YouTube, and if you got something out of today's podcast, give us a 5-star review on your podcast player of choice. Until next time, go plant the seed you need to succeed.